space. That's it. It's over. It is tense. You got your questions in. I always do it. I push, I push, I push. And when you're on a certain question, question three, question four, five, two, whatever it is, when you sense that change in the person, you push for one more and then you move on. I would have moved on at this point, but because there's three of them, in addition to Charlemagne, they keep going. And this was it. Well, did you see this when Erika, Jane, and Bose were on Watch What Happens? Andy asked them about you not returning to the show. And I don't know. Yes, yes, Garcelle says, I saw that clip. Well, how'd you feel about that? And Garcelle says, Mean Girls. So she calls Bose and Erika Mean Girls, but she just does not use the name Bose, does not use the name, just Mean Girls, and is ready to move on. And it doesn't happen. Someone else interjects. Well, what was the clip? And then someone else is explaining it. Well, Erika was silent and Bose was silent. It was a weird kind of thing when Andy asked why, you weren't returning. And a lot of the fans then waited, and here we are blaming the fans again. And they really, thought there was no support from Bose to you. And here it is. Did you feel Bose didn't support you? So we're back to this. And very politically correct. Garcelle shuts the Bose. She shuts the Beverly Hills questions down. I I really don't want to go back in time, honestly. I just want to stay positive. I just want to focus on my movie. I'm here to, I'm selling shows. I have a new movie. I really don't want to go back in time, and I just want to focus on. She shut this shit down. I mean, did you feel not supported by Bose? What? There's no answer to that. That would be anything less than a, even if she answered positive, it's a headline. Now, unfortunately, the headlines are that she's shutting down these shows, and she called her she's shutting down these questions. But Charlemagne steps in, it's his show, and he's like, I apologize for my co-host. I apologize. I get it. And man, you're not going to take our calls anymore, and we want you to come on the Breakfast Club. And then a woman is still talking, and she said, no, it's just we were so attached to you on the show, and we love seeing you on the show. And she is just trying to get it in. And that's why we miss you not being here. And Garcelle did say thank you for that, but Charlemagne interjected. She's still going. My co-host is still going. Garcelle just said she doesn't want to talk about Beverly Hills, and you're still talking about it. I thought it was interesting that she shut down the question. She has done some interviews since then, but you know what? Let's not have this whole show be about that. Let's talk about some other things here today because we got a lot to talk about. Okay. Let's do it. Teresa Giudice. And then I want to talk about Wendy for a minute. Teresa Giudice, this is what is now surfacing, which I tend to believe this. I tend to believe this. Yeah, I believe this. So Teresa wanted to reconcile with Kathy Wakile before Melissa. This is why Josefina Gorgasita, the little guy, my friend, the little guy, do not meet with Teresa. Everybody knows it. She doesn't fucking care. She does not want to make up with you. She does not want to reconcile with you. We all know that. I hope you know that, Josefina Gorgasita, and you too, Melissa. Do you want to use her? Do you want the show? Do you all need the money? Sure. It's a use situation. But apparently, Melissa and Joe were Teresa's absolute last choice, which should not shock anyone listening to this podcast. I think other people, a friend sent me this, she was shocked. Well, not people that listen to this podcast. We're not shocked. So apparently Teresa is so desperate to save her own fucking job. I gotta give her credit though. She went to Kathy Wakile, rumor is, before she went to the Gorgas. That's how much she doesn't want to. Teresa hates Kathy. This is how much she doesn't want to reconcile with Joe and Melissa. And this is why it's arrogant, Teresa, just like Wendy, which we're about to talk about. It's so arrogant, first of all, to think that whoever you want to reconcile with wants to reconcile with you. But I'm worried about you ropers. That's really who this is so arrogant towards. It's so arrogant just to think that you can save the show by reconciling with whoever and we want to watch it. But she apparently went to Kathy before the Gorgas. This is what Radar Online, and Radar's pretty good, you guys. They don't just run shit unless they really have a source. And then they check it with two other sources normally. Teresa has reached out to another RHONJ star with the hopes of teaming up prior. So this was prior to reaching out to her brother Joe and Melissa, Radar can reveal. While Teresa's out giving interviews about reuniting with Joe and Melissa Gorga, the truth is she reached out to Kathy Wakile a while before she even tried to reach out to her brother and sister-in-law, in insider spills. As for what her motivation would be to reach out to her cousin, whom she's estranged from, the insider indicated there was a concrete reason. Teresa figured it was time. Teresa figured if she made up with Kathy and got her on her side, this would give her an angle for RHO and J. And if Joe and Melissa came back, someone to go against them with. She wanted Kathy back as an ally. It's no secret Kathy has issues with Melissa, as that's been publicly discussed, so Teresa likely saw that as an in. According to the reliable source, Wakile shot down Giudice's attempt to reconcile. Kathy is a strong-willed person and stood her ground and had no interest in engaging. Seeing as that didn't work out for her, Teresa took the next step and went for the Joe and Melissa angle. So Kathy said, no thanks, I'm not your bitch. None of this is coming off as genuine at all, no shit. And as such, as she's purported to be desperate, it truly reeks of someone who is. It also speaks volumes to how little she truly thinks of Joe and Melissa, that they were truly last on her list of people to make up with. That's what I just said. At the end of the day, the person Teresa cares about most is Teresa. She will do whatever she thinks she has to keep her relevancy and potential job on the show. I agree. As Radar even if Giudice and Joe sit down, right, it's not going to be filmed. So many people are in my comments on YouTube. It's going to be filmed. They're not filming the reconciliation. Nobody fucking cares. Nobody fucking cares. Kathy Wakile, you are a smart woman. You are a smart woman. This is why I love Kathy, because Kathy is one of those actual people who has left the show. Sure, she will do an occasional interview. Sure, if someone calls her and she wants to promote her cooking and she knows she's going to be asked RHONJ questions. Sure. Doing an occasional interview, 2 a year, 3, that's fine. Kathy is not out there talking to bloggers, planning out every move of what to say regarding Teresa and Melissa. She is living her fucking life. Love her, hate her, she is living her life. Amber Marchese is living her life. I love when someone just goes on and lives their life. It's a part of them, sure. Decades after I'm done doing this podcast, even though I will probably be dying at this microphone at this point, if I were to leave and I were to do interviews, people would ask me about this. People ask about things like it's understandable. They all know how the game is played, but good for you, Kathy. Good for you. I mean, good. So apparently that's how desperate fucking Teresa is, okay? Um, so there's that. And the last thing I want to speak about desperate. Apparently we have another desperate human